Hello everyone, I am Siddharth Mittal, your faculty for Geography Optional and GS at the platform of GS Score. Today this is my first video related to Payne's answer writing session at GS Score platform. And before going further, I want to discuss about something about the Geography Optional. Okay, there are something which I want to share with you regarding the geography optional, that why one should choose geography as their optional for the mains examination. So if you look to the report which is published means you can just refer it from the UPSC website and you can just have a look to the report. You will find that geography is one of the most opted optional. You will find that geography is one of the most opted optional in the mains examination, and almost more than 1900 plus students are appearing from geography as their option. Second important thing that you will get from the geography is that this is the only subject among all the other subjects which are available for the optional. This is having a maximum linkages with GS, and it's both prelims and mains. It's not only about prelims, it's both prelims and mains. Most of the topic I'm saying, you take international relation, and if you are comfortable with the geopolitics and you are comfortable about the geography of different countries, you can easily understand international relation, because that geography is an important base of understanding the international relation. You want to study about the federal structures, then also the geography can help you. You want to study about the diversity of our country, then also the geography can help you. You want to study about the society, the variabilities, or in terms of spatial and temporal, means in different aspects of our society, the geography can help you a lot. Even in many aspects of the history, you need to understand the geography. Then only you will be in a position to answer something very substantial and very effective for the examiner or for the mains point of view. So maximum linkages with the GS, and especially in your paper 1 and paper 2. Now, if I exclude the peripheral areas of the geography, and if I take only the core aspects of your general studies, then you will find that almost more than 300 plus marks questions in your mains examination will be related to the geography. And especially you will find it in GS1 and GS2. Okay, GS3, sorry, in GS3, most of the question. Even the questions of the economics also, you can answer so many questions of the economics with the understanding of your geography optional, because in your geography we have a complete economic geography where we study about agroeconomics also. We study about the economics related to the infrastructure, economics related to the planning, each and everything are studied, and they are going to be helpful for your other areas of the GS. But if I take only those areas which are very commonly known in the name of the geography, then also you can find out that around 300 plus marks are related to the geography. Okay, so you can call this subject to be as a gateway for mains examination. Gateway for mains, because most of the students who are going for the mains examination, they belong to the domain of geography. 1900. Other subjects may be around 1600 or 1500. You can refer the UPSC website, the latest website which is available, and you can have this idea about whether, means you can just cross check this data. Another important aspect of this subject is that it is full of conceptual clarity. Means it is full of concepts, and it is based on some conceptual clarity. And once your conceptual clarity is developed, then you will not at all find difficulty in writing the answer. There is no element of subjectivity in geography. No element of subjectivity. Everything's are well defined. Everything are well defined. So there is no element of subjectivity. Means the only thing is that you need to clear your concepts properly. And also the concepts that you are going to study in geography, they have a wide application. Wide application. They have a wide application. Another advantage of taking a geography is that this subject belongs both for the students of science and humanities. Sometimes I have seen that the humanities student complain that, sir, this is going to be a very technical subject. But I want to tell you that whatever the technical part or whatever the science part of the geography is, you are not in a position to escape from it, because you are required to study them even in your general studies. Because climatology you need to study in general studies, geomorphology you need to study in general studies, you need to study oceanography in general studies, and most of the concepts which are related to some 9th or 10th standard of the science that are going to get applicable, even if you're not deciding to take a geography as an optional, but you cannot escape those concepts. You cannot escape them from those concepts, because anyhow you need to study them, you need to understand them for the purpose of your general study. And rest of the things are just humanities part of the geography. Okay. So this is the idea which I want to give you. Decisions are always yours, and there is nothing that I would force you, because I would claim that if you have an interest, then only you choose a subject. And if you lack the interest in any subject, then you should not take that subject to be as a important part of your mains examination. Most important is that you have a subject, you have an interest, and whatever the subject you choose, you should begin systematically. Whatever the subject you will choose, try to begin systematically and in a planned way. Don't start something haphazard. So this is what my sharing of my understanding for the last teaching of from the teaching of last 18 years. Whatever the experience which I have related to the optionals, I just try to summarize it, and I hope it may be a bit beneficial for you to decide about your optional paper and or in your mains examination. Sometimes the students say that whether it is going to be scoring or not, this is a big question sometimes the student have in their mind. But I want to say that any subject which is helping you to score more than 275 marks, any subject is a scoring subject. It's not about the geography, because if you look to the data, then you will find that in every subject you have a person, you can easily find a person who has scored more than 310 marks. It can be Urdu literature, it can be Kannada literature, it can be geography, it can be political science, it can be sociology, it can be any subject. In every subject, you will find that the students, there are some students who are scoring more than 310 marks or nearing to around 315 marks. But the average of all the subjects, average of all the optionals are nearly the same. The average marks of nearly all the optionals are the same. So if any optional is giving you a score of 275 plus or nearing 275, then you can say that that optional is doing its purpose. Means that the job of that particular optional is done for you. If you can escalate to 285 or 290, that is sufficient for you, because rest of the thing is to be done by general studies. So scoring, obviously it is possible. Geography it is scoring is possible. So you can refer if you study systematically and if you plan the subject systematically, then obviously it is going to be a scoring subject for you. Okay, so this is about the brief about the geography optional, and as it is my first video at GS Score platform, so I decided to start with the geography optional, and I hope the people who are going to watched this video have already made up their mind related to their optional. Okay, but still those who are new, I just try to help them to decide about their optional. So this program that we are conducting voluntarily or as a form of a free initiative is based on themes, and in every subject we have chosen some themes, and we would be presenting a theme in front of you, and on the basis of that theme we will be giving you some questions, and you are expected to answer those questions which are based on pre-decided theme. Now the question arises that why we have these themes, why we are taking the subjects in the thematic way, or why we are having these themes, and especially in geography. Now I tell you that sometimes I came across to some views about some students who are not selected, and they give their opinion about a subject, that it is something lengthy or it is very difficult to mug up. Okay, these type of the feedbacks, or these type of the observations, sometimes the students gather or they get it from their seniors related to the particular subject or about a geography option. Problem is that geography is a subject. Geography, I must say that it is a subject which is highly interlinked. Highly interlinked. Highly interlinked. And if you can understand that interlinkage among various topics, then the geography is going to be very simple for you. So what we have done, we have taken some themes, and just to make you understand some topics and the interlinkages. That is very important. Interlinkages among various areas. So we have taken a very simple way of expressing the theme. We have not, in geography, we have not taken a very complicated type of the sentence or complicated type of the theme where the people may find difficulty, where the head is, where the tail is. So we have not done this one. We have picked the theme directly from the slate. So that whatever we are going to discuss, it is going to be very simple for you to understand, and you should also understand the relevance of that theme. It's not only about a theme that we are giving, we are also make you to understand about the relevance of that. So some topic, coming back to this point, that we will be taking some topic, we'll be going for the interlinkages, and we will also touch all the peripheral areas, interlinkages among various topics, and also the core and peripheral area. Sometimes the student they understand the core, but they misses the peripheral area. And in this program, we will help you to understand that how to catch the central part of the question, and how to approach this question, and approach what should be the best approach for your answer, so that you are touching a core part also and you are touching a peripheral part also, means which is something not explicitly mentioned into the question, but that is definitely a demand of the question. So in this program, we will try to explain you that how to attempt the answers in the geography and how to fetch good marks in the geography. And we have taken a theme also because there are some topics which requires a distinctive distinctive touch. Means the way you are dealing with the other topics, this topic is going to be different from, means the some topics are such which are needed to be treated in a different manner. For example, you may be required to present some case studies. Okay, you may be required to present some latest research. Okay, and you may be required to have some illustrations. You may be required to present some facts wherever required. Okay, so there are some topics which require a very distinctive touch. So that is why we have taken a themes, and we have selected a topic directly from your syllabus, and then we will give you an idea about that theme, that what you can anticipate in that theme, and what type of the extent and what is the scope of that theme, and what is the boundary, means how you can demarcate your areas, or how you can delimit the areas of your theme. So that is actually the main purpose of dividing the geography into a various themes, and covering nearly most of the part of the syllabus. So you will be given one theme in a month, and you will be given some questions related to that theme. And before giving you a question, we will give you a certain explanation about that theme, that what you are expected to study in that. So this is our main purpose of giving the theme, to make you understand that how the geography is interlinked, and how you can cover the syllabus with a very minimum input, or and how you can summarize your understanding, and how you can use this ideas of the paper 1 in paper 2, and in some cases it is possible that you can use ideas of the paper 1 in paper 2 also. Okay, and in some cases it can be from the paper 2 to the paper 1. Okay, so how you can mix up both the papers, and how you can generate some core areas which are the central part of your geography, or the syllabus that is prescribed to you. So what we have done in this theme, what we have done is today's theme, or the theme which you are going to get is the first theme that we are going to start is related to applied geomorphology. Applied geomorphology. Now this applied geomorphology, obviously it is from the name it is very much clear. Applied geomorphology. Applied geomorphology. This is your first theme. I did not take it in, means I did not express this theme in a very fashionable way. I took it very straight, that we are going to take applied geomorphology, and this is going to be our theme area, in order to help the students to understand the linkages of various topics. Okay, so if you look to the syllabus of the applied geomorphology, from the applied geomorphology, then you will find that the syllabus is related to geohydrology. Geohydrology. The syllabus that is mentioned is geohydrology. And then the syllabus that is mentioned is about economic geomorphology or economic geology, or the syllabus that is mentioned is about environmental geology. These are the topics which are mentioned as a part of your as a part of your applied geomorphology. The other point is that, means if you start thinking that I will prepare a brief note about the geohydrology, I will prepare a brief note about the economic geomorphology or the economic geology, or I will prepare a brief note about the environmental geology, then it may be possible that you have done the syllabus. Okay, and that will give you a satisfaction that you have completed the syllabus. Okay, but not necessarily that you will be able to answer the question which may be given to you in the exam, or sometimes whatever we are going to provide you, you may find difficulty in answering such questions also. First of all, before starting scaling in this particular topic, you should understand that applied geomorphology, why we are taking it to be as an applied geomorphology. Now, you should understand that every science is having two aspects. One is a fundamental, and another one is called to be as a applied. Every science has two aspects. One is a fundamental and another one is called to be as a applied one. Now, applied, when we talk about the applied, it means that how our fundamental understanding about the nature, because in geomorphology we are more concerned about the nature. Our fundamental understanding of the nature means our fundamental understanding of the natural laws helps us. How they helps us in solving problems related to problems arising from our interaction with environment. With our environment. So can we take a geomorphology as a important tool or as a source of knowledge in dealing with the or in solving the problems which are arising out as a result of our interaction with the environment? And if we can find out such application, then we will call it to be as applied geomorphology. It means applying the concepts or the geomorphic knowledge in dealing with the problems. And the problems can be it could be any aspect of the, means it not necessarily that you take only one dimension of a problem. Problem may be related to the environmental problems. Okay. Now suppose, for example, you take pollution. Different surface may have different cases of pollution. For example, if you take an area where mining is taking place, mining of limestone is taking place, then the pollution problem is going to be different. If any coal mining area is taking place, coal mining, then the pollution problem is going to be different. Okay. Or if any other reason we have, okay, means if in the urban areas we have, or if we have in a rural areas. Okay. If the surface, suppose for example, we have a surface, and if the surface have a natural geomaterial which can filter the water, then the groundwater table is going to be relatively pure and clean. But if you do not have any natural geomaterial or natural filter capping the aquifer or at the top of the aquifer, then it is likely that your groundwater is going to be polluted. Okay, so the main purpose of this applied geomorphology is to understand that where we can apply the geomorphic knowledge in solving and dealing with the problems of human society or with the problems of environment, okay, or with the problems of infrastructure, with the problems of economics. So there are so many areas where you can find that understanding of the geomorphic knowledge can help you to deal with such issues. So in my opinion, I'll give you some list where you can find applications and where you can look to the applications of the geomorphic knowledge. Okay, and this list in this context is first one, you will find the application in mineral exploration. Okay, mineral exploration. Okay, mineral exploration, or you can say oil, mineral oil, it could be anything. Okay, because understanding of terrain, structure, what type of the structure prevail? Stratigraphy, they all are important. And also a geological history. So in the context of mineral exploration, oil or mineral extractions, the understanding of a geomorphic knowledge, how the geomorphic knowledge or understanding of the geomorphology will help you to explore the minerals in a very profitable or economical way. Because they will help you to focus on certain areas where probability is high. This is one area where you can find the application of geomorphology. Another area that you can find is about infrastructure. In the context of the infrastructure, for example, you are building a dam building, and you should be aware about the terrain, about the structure, about the slope, about the gradient, about the texture. All these things are important. Okay, so otherwise it will result into a major disaster, because if the geomorphology is ignored while constructing a dam, it will result into a major disaster. Okay, suppose you are constructing a dam which is highly seismic or very seismically prone area, and you are making a reservoir out there, or you are creating a reservoir in a places which is having a subterranean limestone region. So it is likely that when the water will percolate, it may create some solution holes, and which may lead to the collapse of the land, and that may result into a major problem. So this is one area. Pollution, again, water pollution, air pollution. It is only through geography you can understand that how different reasons may contribute into a different minerals in the rivers or in the other streams, and also how it may contribute in the changes related to the certain surfaces. So that is also possible. That is the pollution that we need to study. Another one that we need to study is about hydrology. This is also very important. Hydrology means, in the case of the hydrology, means we need to study. Hydrology is actually a science of water. On Earth's surface. But there are water problems also. and there are multiple water problems into the fluvial regions or into the regions of the karst topography, then how this geomorphology will help you to understand and deal with the problems of the surface water and the underground water in certain regions having a very distinctive type of a terrain or a topography. Again, we have already seen that mineral exploration in terms of dealing with the pollution, hydrology, infrastructure, and also you can find that in the context of disaster management, I tell you one thing, that most of the disasters that we are now facing are generated by the anthropogenic activities. They are anthropogenic. And in most of the cases, we have not paid importance to the geomorphology or geology of a particular place. In the lust of having increasing, obviously we need access also. We need access to our different places also. But sometimes we need to be cautious into a certain terrain. Otherwise, the losses which we are going to suffer is manifold higher than the benefits which we are going to get. So how to deal with such terrain, and how we can understand that terrain, and how we can develop a good equation with our environment that disasters or other types of the issues may not pop up on a frequent basis. So disaster management, also you can see that understanding the terrain, geological mapping, how we can utilize the geomorphic mapping of a particular area, and in order to manage those areas which are disaster prone, or in terms of deciding the infrastructure or other things in a certain region. Another thing that you will find is agriculture. Here also you can find the application. So I'm not going to discuss much lengthier about this particular topic. I hope I have given you a brief idea. And now you apply your, now just think in a divergent way, where just read your syllabus. Just find your syllabus and just see that where you can find the application of a geomorphology. As far as the fundamental topics are concerned, as far as the syllabus is concerned, syllabus has mentioned geohydrology, economic and environmental geology. But it does not mean that you should not learn the other areas, because while writing the answer, you can use this understanding of a geomorphology, and that will be a value addition for you. And I tell you, geomorphology is a topic which is very least taught in most of the places. But here, I'll tell you, I'll give you a very good understanding on the geomorphology, and in fact better than most of the places. And that you will feel the difference once I come up with discussing with you the answers. You can find the difference. It's not that I'm just on the very first video of mine. I don't have anything to prove, but I just want to say that this is means this geography is going to be a very easy subject for you if you take it very systematic way, and you focus on the fundamentals and try to apply these fundamentals in a very frequent and in a very easy manner. Okay, so that should be the part of your reflex, that geography should be something which is more an applied science in comparison to just a fundamental subject. So don't study this geography just as a fundamental subject. It is an applied subject, and once you have learned how to apply, it is going to be a simple for you and also going to be scoring for you. So with this some discussion, with this discussion, I would like to end this today's session. And in case if you want to have any doubt, you can get connected to us, our Telegram channel. So the links for those Telegram channels are given in the description box of this video. And you can also download the themes and the other videos and our concept mappings of the topics. You can also download in the description box. and try to get connected with me on our Telegram channel. We have a separate channel for a geography optional also, and if you like, you can just try to get connected, and let's have a talk, let's have a discussion, and I hope I can help you a lot in scoring good in this subject, because this is a very beautiful subject, and I really because I really feel that this subject would be a very game changer and a life changer for so many people. Thank you.